Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Li Wei-Tai. Thank you for joining us. Coming up in the show today, before the Grand Buddha Day ceremony on May 13th, city volunteers in Hualien, Taiwan have already begun organizing smaller-scale celebrations for those who are too old or frail to participate. Specializing in eco-friendly products, DaAi Technology opens its biggest concept store in Taiwan using green building materials. Dubbed Banana Kingdom back in the 1960s, Taiwan seems to have lost that title, but banana farmers hold on and try to find a way to survive. First up in the show, we have reports from Australia on a young Taiwanese man who was injured in an auto accident during his working holiday in the country. Guo Tingyu from Taiwan went to Australia a year ago to explore new opportunities. However, a road accident cut short his trip and caused a great deal of pain for him and his family. Thankfully, with city volunteers' help, they were able to turn their thoughts into positive thinking.
All I could remember was the car hitting the slope.
What was a happy working holiday in Australia ended in a car accident.
I thought it was only minor wounds. I didn't know that he was admitted to the ICU before I arrived at the hospital. When I learned that he had skull fractures and broken spine, I was devastated.
Tingyu's injuries and medical bills put his mother, Shi Lirong, under heavy pressure. Tzu volunteers tried to visit them several times but were refused. The troubled family only accepted the books from the volunteers.
In the books by Master Zheng Yan, there were questions from others. I realized that it is actually your own thoughts that were bothering you.
Tingyu's mother reads the books by Master Zheng Yan and shares the insights with Tingyu. Gradually, they change their views about the accident.
There are many ways to look at things. Why not look on the bright side? Even though this is a bad thing, it has already happened. So just keep up the spirit. Your life is more important.
Tingyu has learned to appreciate the help he received from others. He told the volunteers who kept him company in the hospital to visit him in Taiwan when they have a chance to do so. The Australian volunteers will keep to their promise. Tingyu may have suffered greatly from the accident, but at least he has the care and support of his family and new friends.
Moving to Taiwan, as Buddha Day and Mother's Day are less than 2 weeks away, city volunteers in Hualien have started visiting local nursing homes to celebrate the festivals with the seniors who are unable to make it to the main venue.
Volunteers guide the seniors through the ceremony in hopes of imparting its beauty. Here at the Ministry of Interior-run East Home for Senior Citizens in Hualien, Taiwan volunteers hope to give the 280 residents a chance to pay their respect to both the Buddha and their mothers.
This activity can help bring much peace of mind to our residents who have been quite enthusiastic about it. Thanks to your care, our residents can find Dharma joy in their hearts.
Volunteers also hold a similar event at Changchun Nursing Home in the city. As the elderly residents' mothers have long passed on, the ceremony gives them a chance to remember their mothers. The visits also remind the volunteers of their own mothers, like Wu Fangyi, who, although lost her mother when she was 7, still remembers her mother's love clearly.
Up to the moment of her death, she was still trying to help me plan my future. So I think that mothers everywhere are really something special. It is only that the road that my mother walked was slightly different from other mothers.
Thanks to events like these, the Buddha Day ceremony becomes not only a time for thanks, but also a time to come together and share blessings for the sake of society.
In our featured series, One Step Ahead, yesterday we looked at some of the best ways to help school-age children grow intellectually and emotionally according to the development of the brain. Today, our focus shifts to infants and toddlers between the ages of 1 and 3, a period when the brain grows at its most rapid pace. Toddlers explore the world through their senses, and the stimulation they receive greatly aids the development of neural connections and hence their intelligence. We speak to experts in neuroscience and child psychology to better understand how best to help toddlers reach their full potential. Yong is 2 years old. She has just started walking and talking and is using all her senses to learn about the world. With so many toys at home, Yong has no shortage of playthings, but still prefers to play with her mom. But like many parents, Yong's mother needs to exercise her patience very often.
You want to teach your children and expect his or her cooperation, but it doesn't work that way. For infants and toddlers, you need to accommodate and understand where he is in terms of development. You need to know what he can or cannot do at this stage. You can teach 1-year-olds numbers or alphabets, but they learn and forget just as quickly.
Even though toddlers cannot keep still and have a short memory, they're still like a sponge, absorbing and learning everything from their surroundings.
Children explore and think and come to you when they have a question. Our response will help guide them to do more thinking.
When I was a child, after school I went home and played with the twigs and wild fruits I found on the ground. That was enough to keep me happy. I believe that children do not need expensive toys. It is important to be an example for them and spend time with them.
In terms of brain development, infants and toddlers come to know the world through everyday situations. The stimulations to their senses will help promote stronger connections between nerve cells.
When the child is growing, the more information he is exposed to, the better it is for the relevant neural network. The synapses will be well developed, enabling better cognitive performance.
The development of synapses will be stunted without adequate stimulation, consequently affecting a child's ability to process information. Many parents are giving their children a head start by taking them to classes before they're old enough to go to kindergarten. At this parent-child class, children are playing percussion instruments and reading out lines to the beat. Youngsters find great relish in the repetitive musical and verbal exercise.
There are a few stories that she loves in particular. She repeats them many times.
In learning, consistent repetition sets neural connections. However, most of the time children just want to share their favorite stories with mom and dad. No toy in the world can contest with the full attention of a parent.
This is a time of sensory development, so they need as many opportunities to use their ears, eyes, and limbs as possible. Once an infant starts walking, he is all about exploring this world. Showing him educational DVDs every day won't help much.
In any language, children mimic adults or older children in speech. Home is an infant's first school. Expensive educational materials can't beat the companionship and guidance of a parent.
There are endless opportunities out there for a child to interact with people, the environment, and the world. And that's what nurtures a child's brain and neural development and helps them become smarter.
As As every child is different, parents are advised to provide intellectual stimulation and support according to the needs of the young individual. It should be noted that overstimulating children may have adverse effects.
It is believed that Tourette syndrome is caused by psychological stress. Traditionally, the prevalence of Tourette is highest in school-age youngsters, but now you'd find children around 3 with this disorder.
Patience is vital when it comes to teaching children.
Parents are inclined to rush their children and very soon start doing things for them, robbing youngsters of the opportunity to take care of themselves. Soon youngster will only do things when prompted. For instance, at meal times, if you have everything ready for the child, he won't have to express his needs and hence lose the opportunity to practice speech. Give children a chance to learn.
Making learning fun is the best way to keep children motivated. In tomorrow's report, we go back in age to explore the cognitive development and growth of babies before the age of 1. Mr. Yang is a Tzu Chi care recipient living in Taichung, Taiwan. A taxi driver by trade, Mr. Yang made enough to get by. However, at 35, diabetes took his right leg, after which he was required to receive weekly dialysis treatment. As his meager income was unable to cover his medical costs, Tzu Chi stepped in to help. Now Yang is once again driving his cab and helping others as a way to give back. Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday, each dialysis treatment takes about 4 hours.
He said to the person in the bed next to him, since we have to get dialysis, we should face this problem head on.
At noon, Mr. Yang shrugs off the lightheadedness that comes with treatment and gets ready for work. Next, Mr. Yang stops at a nearby vegetarian restaurant to get lunch.
50 to 60 NT of food is enough for me.
Mr. Yang then jumps into his cab and prepares to start his workday. While hospitalized due to diabetes, it was thanks to Tzu Chi that Mr. Yang was able to pay his medical bills. Now, well, he does his best to give back. For every customer he picks up, Mr. Yang donates part of the fare to his Tzu Chi bamboo bank.
He is full of love. It is very moving to see him. The average person maybe can match what he does, but we should try to learn.
110。
Money comes and goes. You make some, you spend some. There's no point to always thinking about how much you have to make. That kind of money won't necessarily stay with you. But when donating, it will one day circulate back to you.
Yang faces his loss with an open mind and is grateful for being given a second chance.
If you don't move, your body gets worse a lot quicker. Although my body is already half finished, as long as I can still use it, I will do so. If you live a luxurious life, your blessings will be used up. But if you save, your blessings will never be exhausted.
Once a month, Yang drives to Taichung's Jingsi Hall to drop off his bamboo bank. Life is full of ups and downs. However, Yang and his yellow cab are driving straight ahead towards a land of blessings and joy. Environmentally oriented, DaAi Technology is a company that makes products out of recycled PET bottles. We joined the opening ceremony of DaAi Technology's largest concept store in Taiwan, which is located in the Shiling district of Taipei.
Here at Taipei Siling district, Tzu Chi volunteers and DaAi technology staff are celebrating the opening of the company's 7th exhibition store.
We're really grateful for everyone's support and our brothers and sisters for providing this site so that we're able to hold this opening ceremony today.
Apart from the green products on display, environmentally friendly materials were also used to decorate the store. Entering the store, one can see shower curtains made from recycled fabric and pillars made from leftover paper tubes and sawdust.
The lease has ended for the 2 stores here, so I thought I would rent them and turn one into Jinsi Books and Cafe, and the other will be for DaAi Technology.
After browsing the store, customers can visit the Jinsi Books and Cafe next door for a cup of afternoon tea and read a book by Master Zheng Yan or other inspirational authors. Regular seminars will also be held here for local residents in the future.
In our featured report on Taiwan's sunset trades, today we'll be looking at the fading industry of banana farming and the farmers behind it. In 1963, Taiwan's bananas were widely exported to Japan, and in the ensuing 10 years, banana farming became one of the most important industries in Taiwan, earning the country considerable amounts of foreign exchange. Back in the Golden Age, mountains were filled with banana farms, which earned Taiwan the title of Banana Kingdom. Let's take a look.
During the summer of 1965, the children of farming families go to school. Today is the day of harvesting bananas. Wearing a casa, the farmers rush to their banana fields. During the era of economic recovery, the ox cart was widely used to deliver merchandise. In the banana fields, farmers efficiently cut down bananas. This is the moment they have been waiting for a whole year. The bananas are entirely harvested by hand and stacked on top of an ox cart. Worrying that the bananas might be bruised, the farmers take out blankets to cover them. After examination, the bananas are finally delivered to Kaohsiung Harbor and then exported to Japan.
During 1962 to 1968, Taiwan exported massive amounts of bananas. Qisan district was one of the most important places for banana exports. Back in the day, they harvested bananas 24 hours a day.
The golden era of the banana industry is still memorable for many Qishan residents. However, the wonderful days are long gone. 75-year-old Lu Ming has been watching over his banana field for all his life. His bananas' quality was so good that they were exported around the world.
I've established a deep connection with this land and the plants. So if my health is all right, I don't want to give up.
Despite of his age and the fall of banana prices, Lu is not willing to give up. Regardless of weather conditions, every day when Lu wakes up, all he thinks of is his banana field.
My income from selling bananas is not enough to support our family. My children won't work as banana farmers, so in the end, I might give up. Every day they care for their bananas and hope to sell them at a good price. When it is time to harvest bananas, farmers will wrap them with blankets so they won't get bruised. They care for the bananas just like their own children.
Although the golden age of Taiwan's banana industry seems to have passed, these banana farmers who once created Taiwan's export miracle still firmly stand by in their fields, hoping that one day a miracle will happen.
75-year-old Lu Ming, whom we met in the last story, has seen the rise and fall of the banana industry in his hometown of Qishan and witnessed how young people moved away one after another in search of better business opportunities. But to the delight of Lu Ming and other banana farmers like him, several local young men came together and formed a band, hoping to use music to revive Qishan's banana culture.
A truck filled with bananas moves from the banana field to the loading dock. Before reaching customers, it goes through a process of sorting and packaging. Although a caddy is only sold for 10 to 12 NT dollars, the banana farmers still care for their products until the very last minute.
Now all we ask for is to be able to make ends meet. We need to rely on our children to support us. We can support them by growing bananas.
The popular Qishan district saw its population bottom out as the heyday of the banana industry faded. However, things are taking a turning after this group of young people showed up.
我们今天要帮蕉农卖香蕉。 像条街，其实他更是老爷啊！一个老爷喝一口水，早上吃它拿来减肥，偷偷告诉你，香蕉它不肥。
We want to raise awareness among young people by using rock and roll music, to let them know that all things are not that bad. It is just that we haven't found the right way to express them in our society.
Many young people move from Qishan district because they feel there is no space for development. I hope to use rock and roll to make them realize that there is still place for growth. It is just that they haven't given it a try.
In 2008, a rock and roll band called Youth Banana was formed. Through music, they promote local culture and even have launched products related to bananas. 4 years have gone by, but they are still working hard to promote Qishan's banana culture. If you can, please give them your support by eating more Taiwanese bananas.
At the end of the show, we go to Indonesia, where college students who are interested in humanitarian work attended a teaching seminar held at the Tsuji School in Jakarta. We'll leave you with these images. Thank you for watching DaAi Headlines. Goodbye.